Good evening. Happy Tuesday. I feel like Natasha and I are the same. We're both like super, I'm one of those like 5 minute early type people, but most of the time I'm like you last minute, like jumping on. So throw out some last minute reminders to some people on your teams. They will want to hear this one. We're going to keep going with the trend of um, this last couple of months. Obviously, with this summer sizzling promo, I think most people are really trying to push the business and push people with the opportunity right now. And I know for some people, for me, that's like my favorite thing to share. And I will say it's really cool to do this interview tonight because the first local I ever went to was Natasha's. And I remember just hearing people in front of the room, just learning about the opportunities. Not only that, but hearing about the product. So I know for some people, just sharing with the opportunity can be a little. I'm gonna mute you. Hey, hold on one sec. You all, there we go. Not that I don't want to hear you, but if you don't want me to hear you, then that would be bad. You know what I mean? Um, but I'm excited because there are, I've always respected the way that Natasha has run her business. It's super successful. And I love that, honestly, she's not scared to lead with the business. And it's not that it's a bad thing, but I think once that you exude confidence in not only what you do, but what you have to offer to people, it's very attractive. People are like, oh, that looks like fun, or that looks like they know what they're doing, or they're not scared to share and say, this is what we have to offer. So, Natasha, if you could just share a little bit, if there's people on that don't know about you and your story, how you got started thriving. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Let me unmute. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Natasha Roberson. I got started with Lavelle from a simple post that Chastity Marie did. She shared a fan page story, and I just happened to see it in my newsfeed. Like I wasn't searching it out. I had never heard of it. But I definitely needed it, right? And so as I read that post, I was like, man, I don't know what this is, but whatever it is, I need it and it probably won't work. So I had that hope, but I had that skeptical personality too, because there's so many supplements out there. As a personal trainer and sports nutritionist, I am no stranger to supplements. And nothing worked in like 5 days, like this story said. Like in 5 days, my life changed. I was like, really? Did it? But what if it did, right? It was like that, oh, but sounds so good to be true, but maybe it is true. And so I'm a big believer in I can't judge anything. I can't say it works or doesn't work unless I experience it myself. And so for me, it was a simple yes, let me be a customer. Let me see what 30 days will do. What do I have to lose, right? I'm exhausted. I had a 3-month-old and a 2-year-old with night terrors. 3 studios with 18 therapists working under me, 2 office managers, 2 homes taking care of a dog and a husband, right? I needed Thrive. So for me, it was a no-brainer just to experience it. I started as a customer, and it just flowed from customer to going, okay, in 4 days, I started to notice things. In 10 days, I'm like, holy crap, okay, this is legit. This product is legit. And I had already, Chastity had said to me, you know, as a customer, you can Thrive for free. And I'm like, yeah, right. But let me get 2 referrals and let me see if it really does work. So my husband and my mom were my first 2 customers. Well, by golly, on September 2nd, I got those credits in there and I clicked promoter button because I then had faith. I trusted the company. I loved the products. They were simple, they were working. And as a customer, you truly could Thrive for free. That was enough validation for me that this was a legit company, and that I wanted to share it with more people because it did make sense to me as a business mindset individual to be getting referrals and only thriving for free. So 2 is great, right? I'm thriving for free with 2. Yeah, I'm leaving some money on the table because I'm not a promoter. But if I'm going to keep sharing this, it made no sense to me to sit back and not be a promoter and at least, you know, get the commissions off those orders every single month, whether it was 5 customers or 7 customers. I had no intention of starting another business, but I had only thoughts of why wouldn't I? It's free. It's no risk. There's no money out of my pocket. I'm already getting the products and I'm getting them for free. I might as well click the promoter button and just make a little extra money every week. So that's how my journey started.
I love that you say, why wouldn't I? Because I feel like nowadays, especially everyone, I don't know about most of us probably were thinking the same way you were. But I was thinking like, I don't have time for that. But now looking back, it's like, that's what exactly why I needed it, because I thought I didn't have time for something extra that was going to help actually free up some time, free up some income. Um, so I love that. And I loved hearing your story the first time because I wasn't even a mom at that time, but I'm like, okay, I got to get my stuff together then and have like something that can help me maintain life after that point. And I know today you're going to talk about leads and where to bring people into your funnels and give some of us some of your greatest tips. So I want to say, you guys grab some paper. I've got mine ready, pen, take some notes and take some of these tips that you can use to help people really hit these bonuses this summer and see what this opportunity can do for them.
Awesome. Yes. So when Jessica asked what's your, topic, and I'm like, doesn't everybody want leads? Leads, 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 leads. Like we all want leads. And what I want to share with you guys today is you don't have to be a social media expert. You don't have to be like doing 500 stories a day and posting every single day. If you miss a day, oh my gosh, your business is not going to suffer. I promise you. I'm going to show you where these leads are. I'm going to show you that they're right in front of you and you didn't even realize it. And I'm going to show you that you have thousands of leads that already are right in front of you that you didn't even look at, didn't even pay attention to, but they're sitting there waiting for you to have a conversation with them. So, through this journey, there's always these shiny objects, right? There's like, oh gosh, that person is doing this. Oh my gosh, this person's doing ads. Oh my gosh, I got to do all these things. I've done all the things, you guys. And at the end of the day, it comes down to consistency of showing up and having the conversations with the people who are showing up with you, for you, and want to be part of your life. We tend to ignore the people that are right in front of us when they're like, hello, I'm watching every story of yours. I am commenting or engaging, reacting on all of your posts. Why haven't you talked to me? How many of you guys watching right now have people you can literally go, yeah, oh my gosh, there's this person, probably 20 of them, that are constantly showing up on my notifications, but I haven't had a conversation with them in maybe ever or 6 months or a year. We all say yes to that, right? We all are, because there's so much going on and not enough time. And that is where we have to decide who we're going to talk to, where are our qualified leads and things like that. So where do you get your leads? Facebook, Instagram, on your newsfeed, in your stories, Facebook groups. You get them at virtual events. Events are not dead, you guys. Like seriously, events are not dead. I just did a virtual event. I did one day, right? I get to take over the event for one day. I have 17 samples going out, 5 new orders, and a business partner. You just have to show up and you got to provide value, increase that know, like, and trust. These are strangers, right, that I just did that with. There's only 96 people in this virtual event group. So coming out with that much success, guys, you can do it. You seriously can do it. Okay, so on Facebook and Instagram, do not ignore your reactions. The people who are reacting to your posts, right? So if you are looking at a post of your kids or a vacation or Father's Day, right? One of those posts that got a lot of reaction, click on it, open up those names. Who are the people that you need to connect with, that you need to start a conversation with, that you need to engage the old conversation again? Right there, just from last week, you probably have 20 to 30 leads right there just in your reactions. That means they've liked, hearted, haha, gave you the angry face, right? I hate when people do that, but they do. I'm like, that hurts. Like that sends a notice to Facebook saying, hey, watch this post because somebody said something mean. And then they start watching and flag your stuff. So don't angry face anything, okay? Just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so right there, easy, simple. Go back through the last week, the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks, the last month, and see how many people have reacted to your posts. Even if you had 10 reactions, open them up and see who those people are. And have you had a conversation with them? When was the last time you talked to them just as a human, let alone invited them to learn more about what you're excited about? Invite them to the opportunity that changed your life or is changing your life. It's all about the conversation. So that's the first place you're going to find your leads. This may seem like, oh, she didn't teach me much, but I want to ask you and be honest, how many of you guys have went through your reactions for the last month and actually talked to those people? The answer is like, nah, I didn't really do so many of them. Yeah, didn't even like, oh, I seen I got 50. Woo-hoo, that was a great post. Who the heck are the 50? Right? You're looking at numbers versus quality of individual conversations. Stop worrying about the number. I love when I get like 5, because I know those 5 people showed up for me when no one else did. When I get like 200 in reactions on a post, I'm like, oh dear Lord, who are, like, oh, this is going to be a lot. And I'm going to have to sift through them. But if I get 5, that means those people are really engaged in what I'm doing. They're wanting to be part of my life. So I need to be part of theirs. It's a two-way street. So now we're off of reactions. How many of those comments in the last month, last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, you guys can keep going on. Like you could literally go on from January 2021 and beyond. But think about all the people who commented on your posts through all of those days. How many conversations have you had? Right? Like that's where the conversations is your number one income producing activity. You already have the leads. You just have this fear, this I don't know what to say, or I'm too busy excuse to not start a conversation and get to know them and know what they need and offer them the solution to that. You're not being salesy, right? You're being a friend. You're being a human who we connect people to things that will serve them into a higher level of their life. Now, do I start conversations with every single person that reacts and comments on my stuff? No, I don't have the time to do that. But I do reach out to 30 people a day. I have 30 different conversations a day. Almost 7 years into this journey, I'm still talking to 30 different people a day. If I can do that, so can you guys, right? Like you want this, you have these goals of helping yourself or your team get to 4K, 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K and beyond, but you're not doing the number one income producing activity. And that's talking to people that are already in your organization. I spend a lot of time on Messenger, about 3 to 3.5 hours a day on Messenger. And I have boundaries that time is not spent with my team. It's like 30 to 40 minutes max that goes to my team in Messenger. The rest is all through just conversations I'm having with individuals every single day, follow up, samples, customers, right? They're not my team. I have about 30 to 40 minutes a day that I allow myself to be supportive to the team. Because it can suck you in and you can feel busy. I'm talking to a lot of people, and those people are important, but they're not your number one income producing activity for growth for your business. You want new. Where's that next rock star? You just haven't talked to her. You haven't talked to him. Okay. In stories, Facebook reactions, Instagram reactions, Facebook and Instagram comments. Now we're looking at stories. There's a few places in stories that immediately you start chatting with somebody, right? When they reply to your story, what happens? You're like, oh, somebody just sent me a message, and you're looking at it on your watch and you're like, I don't even understand what that means. You go to your phone and you're like, oh, they replied to a story, because it shows the little picture of the story, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's a direct lead. They're messaging me off of my story, whatever that might be. The lake, right? I don't care if I'm talking to somebody about my kids, sports, the lake, the pool, Thrive. I don't care. I want to just talk to as many people as I can. because the more I get to know them, the more they feel connected to me, the more they trust me, and the more they're going to say, they're that much closer to saying yes to when I post about samples or post about a deal or post about a new product. I know they're going to say yes. Have I primed them enough with our relationship to get to that point to say yes? That's my goal every single day. So in stories, you have the message, right? They send you a message and you're connecting with them. But how many of you guys have used the poll, right? You're using the polls to get a direct this or that, yes or no, where you're getting a response. Those are direct messages. Those are direct, high quality leads because they answered a question. And now you get to go directly into conversation and not even try to make something up. You already have a topic because they responded in your poll. You already know exactly what to say to them and lead into that conversation. How many of you guys have done are you on my VIP list for heat or chill? Heat or chill, which one? This or that, right? All you got to do is like heat, chill, this or that in the poll, and they're going to say this or that, and then go, oh, you couldn't decide. The next slide's going to be, I need both. And so now you already have this VIP list in a sense, you can call it whatever you want, that these people said, I need chill, I need heat, I need both. And as soon as that sucker launches, who are you going to talk to? The people who responded in that poll. It's immediate leads. It's immediate conversation for the exact thing you want is people to get on Thrive. But now also in stories, it's those viewers. And you on Facebook, you can look back to the very beginning of when you started using stories and see every single person that viewed your stories. If you don't know how to see your archive stories, Google will show you. I haven't got that much time today to tell you. But are you looking at who's viewing your stories? That is the gold. That is gold right there. Now, I went in order of what I feel personally is highest qualified to lowest. People who are engaging on your actual newsfeed are higher quality than the viewers that are on your stories. Why? Because on stories, how many times you view how many stories a day and you don't even know what you watched today, right? They're just like, oh, right? You're just going crazy on it. And so their quality is a little bit lower than somebody who actually reacted or commented on a post because they had to actually scroll their newsfeed or you popped up or they went to your page. So their quality is a lot higher of a lead versus somebody who just viewed the story. But knowing who viewed your stories, right? So my last story from yesterday that's still on there, so it'll be my first story you guys can see, has 196 viewers. And so out of those 196 viewers, who are the people, when I scroll these names, I scroll them every single day. And I think to myself as I'm looking at these names, do I know them? When was the last time I talked to them? And what did I talk to them about? If a name pops out, I know I need to connect with them. I don't know who they are. I'm friends with them. Obviously, I can see their name on my stories, but let me see who they are. So I will immediately, what's cool about stories, you guys, if I don't know who Sarah Kelly is, I can just click on it and immediately go into Messenger, right? And then I can talk to her. I can click on the 3 dots and I can go to her profile and go, who is this chick, right? So it shows me everything. If I had 196 views on my first story that you can see right now in my thing, how many of those 196, 198 now, do you think are quality leads qualified for me to start a conversation? At least 25% of them aren't thriving with me or in the company, at least, if not more. So am I taking the time? Are you taking the time to see who's viewing your stuff and start conversations? I'm going to keep coming back around. I can show you where people are all day long. They're literally right in front of your face. Hundreds of thousands of people are right here all day long. But the biggest thing that's missing is the conversations that you're not having with any of them. Leads are there. The conversations aren't. And I'm going to be really, really honest here. Some of you will be like, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to be spammy. I didn't know either, but I just kept doing it. And like I tell my kids, just like I tell anybody in the industry or trying to grow their business or trying to build their confidence, it takes reps. Reps. It takes reps to get good. You're not going to get out on the basketball court and make every single basket. You never will, but you're going to get better, and your percentage of your percentage is going to go up the more reps you get in, the more practice you do, the more reps and more reps and more reps. Why are my kids always outside shooting hoops, out playing soccer, out hitting balls for baseball, out throwing a ball up in the air so they can get fly balls? Because all they know, all that we've taught them is it takes reps to get as good as you want. How good you want to be, that's how many reps you need to do a day, right? Like we just talk about repetition. So you're not going to be a great conversation starter. You're not going to be a great conversation person unless you do more of it. You're not going to be great on live video if you don't do it more than once or twice or 5 times. You're not going to be great in your stories the first day you try to figure out stories. You're going to suck. We all did. I look back and I'm like, my gosh, what was I thinking? But I started and I didn't stop. I want you to start and not stop. And I want you to get better and better and better. Use your mentors in this team. Holy crap, your mentors are insanely amazing. If you aren't sure if you should send something, you know how many messages I get from my team that say, hey, I have this person who responded to this and I'm so nervous. I don't know what to say. This is what I think I'm going to send to them. What do you think? Do not send Sydney, Jessica, Haas, any of the leaders in here. Do not send them hey, I got a person that I want to talk to about Thrive. What should I say? Don't send that. Say, I have somebody who is interested. I want to talk to them about Thrive. This is what I think I'm going to say. Write it out and send it to them and say, what would you change? Do the work and they will mentor you after you've done the work. They'll tweak a few words, boom, you'll send it over, and that's exactly what you do. There's only, what you are going to send is probably pretty close to great, but there might be 1 or 2 or 3 words that they just change. Oh, don't say that yet. Let's pull that out. But when they respond, you want to say it. Learn as you're doing it. Don't ask for the answers until you've done the work to then get the mentoring from the work. Okay. So Facebook groups is another place. Virtual events is another place that you can be part of. What I'm going to say is I have a 3-step engagement strategy. I'm not going to go into depth with this, but I use this to get leads, to get engagement, to get to the conversations. And I use these 3 steps. I use it on my newsfeed. I use it in my stories. I use it in Facebook groups especially. So the first thing I do is a question post, right? But before I do the question post, I need to know what is my strategy for this group, for what I want to say, what I want to promote. So each week I think of this strategy. I do it in my newsfeed, my stories, Facebook groups that I'm in. I'm in 2 or 3 that I am actively in groups, not a ton. Please don't get in a ton. You won't ever do anything in any of them. Get in like 2 or 3 you're super engaged with, you like the people, you feel good in there, and that's where you want to stay. But what do I want to promote this week? What is my call to action? I always got to know that. So right now we're about to launch the Heat and Chill, I hope soon. But we know it's coming. So I am promoting this week Heat and Chill. I'm getting people on my VIP list. I've got emails out. I got social media happening, all the things. So my goal, my promotion is going to be to get them on my VIP list for Chill and Heat, getting to know which one do they want or both. Are they a customer? So all my lists can be happening. So if I know that, but I'm in a place where nobody is a customer, I'm going to then ask a question. How many, let's just talk about heat right now. Let's talk about heat. It's going to boost your metabolism. In a group, a women's group or a mom's group, I'm in boys mom, I'm in a sports mom group too. I'm going to say a question like, all right, ladies, I got to be real. All right, mamas, because if it's a mom group, all right, mamas, I am being real. I'm 38. I feel like my metabolism is at 0. Is anyone else feel like that? Tell me what you're doing to help or not help, right? I'm asking a question. I don't even have to put that last part. I'm going to say, I'm 38. I feel like my metabolism is gone. Who else feels the same way? And I'm going to get hundreds of moms that say, yes, 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 my metabolism's gone. Oh my God, yes, I don't have a metabolism. Oh my gosh, it's like I am gaining weight and I can't get rid of it. All the things, right? I'm going to have hundreds of leads off that question. Now, 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to be in that same group or on my newsfeed or in my stories, right? Stories you can do in a day, but 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to do a value post. What the heck does metabolism do for us? So all the people that responded there about metabolism, yeah, mine suck. Hey guys, I've been doing a little research since my question I asked, since like 360 of you said you also have the same problem. I've been researching. What I have found is X, Y, Z, right? I'm just going to provide value of what age our metabolism starts to go, what it does for us, and why we need a booster and supporter, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to lead them to any product or anything like that. I'm just going to just educate and go, what have you found that has worked or helped you? My guess is going to be like, nothing really helps, haven't found anything, looking, right? All those things are going to happen in the value post. Those that said yes over on the question post, now I have increased that with the value. You're going to have like, say 300 on the question post, but like 100 or less that actually comment on the value, right? It's going to get smaller, and it should. These are more qualified leads. These are more qualified conversations to have. And then 24 to 48 hours, I'm doing my call to action. Hey, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I just got an email. This product is coming soon. It is exactly what I've been looking for. I'm excited to try it. Who else is eager to give this a shot? What do we got to lose? Boom. And I'm going to put heat on there. And I'm going to say, I don't know when it's going to launch. Just drop in the comments an emoji and I'll contact you as soon as it launches. I'm not selling right then. I'm getting them on a list to know if they want more information about this product that I just got an email about. But I questioned them, I gave value, and then I promoted. And I don't promote into a link. I promote just like, hey, who wants info about this? Drop an emoji if this is something you're interested in. I don't ever sell. I sell in Messenger because I've already created the quality of value and the lead is there and we've already been conversing. Because if you don't reply and engage with the people who are talking to you in the comments, then you shouldn't have asked a question. You shouldn't have went to a value post. You shouldn't have done a promotional post. If you don't got time to respond to the people in a reply and in a message, you don't got time to be in Facebook groups. Like, you shouldn't be there. You just shouldn't be there. You're wasting your time and energy. So that's what I do. There is hundreds of thousands of leads out there. You have to commit to one way, not all the ways. One way, then 2 ways. Once you get good at one, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be good. You just have to be consistent. I should change the language on that. You're consistently showing up to do the one strategy. Then go, oh, I'm going to start doing it over here. And this is the second strategy. Because I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leads every single day at my fingertips. And it's just a matter of how much time do I have to have conversations? How many people am I going to talk to? And I know my number's 30. That's my number. So that's what I have for you guys.
That was amazing. I think Kristen, do you have a question? Do you still have a question?
I do. I love her ideas and how creative she is. But I do have a question. So when you go into these groups and you pose a question like she stated about the heat and showing metabolism, posing that question, isn't that, I mean, this is the way I'm looking at it, okay? I'm trying to look at it in a different point of view. Posing that question and then getting them to engage in it, and then to come to find out you're the person that would be selling it to them, doesn't that kind of make you feel like a little bit of a bait and switch a little bit?
No, because I have no metabolism and I'm excited for a product that's launching. I want to know what other women out there have low metabolism like me. I want to help them.
I get that. I get that. Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that, but then you also say, well, I do have heat and chill coming. I mean, Doesn't that kind of sound a little, I mean, I'm just trying to not make it look like I'm trying to get to them in a sales kind of, and the reason why I say this is because I did try this with another line of workout moms, and they came back, they're like, we're not supposed to be selling stuff on this. And I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, bye.
Right. It's a matter, so like I'm never selling in the groups. I'm connecting and offering a solution to those that have the same issue or the same thing that I'm talking about.
I've seen a bunch of people on other teams going into the groups and posting those questions. So and then I went to go actually answer the one. She wasn't doing a poll, and I realized she was with Lavelle. So I don't really think that that's a problem. I mean, it depends on what group you're in, because some of them have rules, but I mean, the way I'm posing the question, it's a poll, and I want to know which people would prefer more, because as soon as they're answering, I'm going back and saying, great, would you be a product tester for me? And then I'm going to send them a sample, because then that's getting them further in my funnel. So
Natasha, I got a question for you. Maybe it'll shed some light for Kristen. Now, in these groups that you're in, you're never throwing up Thrive or even talking about Thrive in the groups. So as far as they know, you're just a mom that is tired and has a low metabolism, and that's it. And
I've never posted anything about products or Thrive. I'm just asking questions and giving value off of what I asked. Like, hey, I had to research this. We all have to research, right? How many of you are like, okay, I'm backed up. How many of you like, I'm in this mom's group. People ask the craziest shit. Like, what do we do for constipation? And I'm like, woo, Google that shit. But no, I'm just saying. But, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I did some research, and here's what's actually potentially happening with you being constipated. There's a few options. Try more water, try fiber. I'm not going straight to balance. I'm not going straight to restore. I'm not going straight to our product. I'm going to give them some things, but like, hey, if that doesn't work, I do have a product that really has helped me.
And you do that in Messenger when they respond to that, not in the actual group.
Correct. It's all in Messenger.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yep.
I threw in the comments, but I liked how you said, like, as you do the 3 steps, like from going to the question, the value, to the call to action, it is going to be smaller groups of people, quality, more groups of people. And I think when you get down to the people, like, they know at some point you're trying to give them some kind of value. So yeah, I like that. I think we've all struggled with what you're talking about, Kristen, but like Natasha said, it takes reps. We got to just keep practicing in the right spots until we get the right one.
And sometimes when I first started, you guys, like, I was like, I'm so just out there. I'm like, hey, I got a product for you. Like, I'm so direct that being in the Facebook groups didn't work for me, but I had to find a way to work, because I knew there was thousands and thousands and thousands of leads in there. But how do you get to those leads without cold messaging? And that's not what I love to do. I'd love to get some at least warm leads to then, have a warm conversation. But, I got kicked out of a lot of groups. I got warned a lot. I had to figure it out. I had to realize, like, okay, I just need to ask a question that leads me to a conversation. I need to ask a question that leads me to giving value. I might not talk to every single one of them because they never show up on that value post, but everybody who goes on the value, oh my gosh, this was great information. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is so me. I'm going to say, absolutely, this is so me. I'm so glad I did the research. And then I'll message them like, hey, thanks so much. Hey, let me know if you find anything. I just seen that, I have a product that's coming out that I hope does this for me. Again, we don't know if what we have coming out is going to help us or them, right? We're all so different. There's dual burn that I can't take. It makes me gain weight, but there's people who use it and they lose like crazy. So I'm a realist. Like, I'm real about stuff. I don't know if heat's going to work for me. Heck, it may not do anything for me, but I'm going to still offer it to every single person that has the same, metabolism wishes that I do.
I love that. Does anyone else have any more questions? I got a ton of notes. I got so much value from this, and I appreciate it, because I think sometimes, even me, I just overthink my leads, and I'm always going and looking for new people when there are people right in front of me. So that was a nice.
I stopped looking for new, in the sense of like, oh, I got to add 20 people to my network every single day. I'm like, no, I'll add people that pop up, like people you may know. I look at those every single day, but I'm strategic about it. I'm like, ooh, this person, let me get to know them, or this. I'm more interested in especially if you have kids that are getting into sports. Just, this is my life right now. So I've built relationships with all these moms, right? I'm talking to them. I'm getting to know them. They see my vehicle. They see my DFT. We haven't spoken about Thrive yet, right? For most of them. Some of them I have. But the biggest thing is that I'm all about how can I get to build that relationship, that know, like, and trust. So I am their person they come to. And then I'm connecting with them on Facebook, right? Because I'm not a big person. I don't know about you guys, but when I meet somebody, I'm like, I want to be your friend on Facebook, but I also still need to get to know you a little bit. Like, I'm going to see you every single week for the next year in soccer, right? I cannot have this weird convert like relationship. I need it to be smooth and flawless. So I get to know them a little bit. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I got this picture of Ryan. I want to send you. We're not even friends on Facebook because I know Ryan's mom now is Safe Zone. We are friends. So now I'm going to bring her onto my Facebook, and now she's going to see all the stuff that I post, everything that I do. Guess what? Within 2 weeks, Ryan's mom is now sampling Thrive. But I built the relationship. I connected on Facebook when it wasn't like, oh my God, I got to connect with you. No, it's like, hey, I got this picture. I really did have a picture of him. And now we're friends. Now she's sampling. I know the funnel works. Don't force the funnel. Don't force them in because they might get cold feet and push themselves out. Let the funnel work. Know your system, but also know, should you push it forward or should you step it back, right? It's kind of like the speed limit zones. We have 25 mile per hour. We have 45 mile per hour. We have 60. We have 75, right? We have all these different mile per hours. Think about that in your business too.
That rocked. Thank you so much. We appreciate you jumping on and taking some time, giving some value, because I know you're a sister team, so you did not have to do that for us, and we appreciate it so much. Yeah, and like Julie said, tomorrow's Work With Me Zoom is definitely going to be changed up a bit. We're going to use some of this stuff today that we learned.
Well, and I challenge you guys all to think of 3 to 5 questions tonight. 3 to 5 questions that could lead to a different call to action. Right? Energy, better sleep, metabolism, need a chill pill. Kids are home from school. How many moms are needing that chill pill right now? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pull my hair out. Boom, boom, boom. Right? You got leads. Like, you got serious leads off of that. You just gotta have conversations.
Yep. And that's go ahead. Does someone have a question?
Yeah. My name's Jacob Niblick. Hi.
Hi.
Kind of awkward. Sorry. I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I was referred to you guys through Mary Jo Pant.
Oh yeah.
I found out about Thrive through Margie Owens.
Okay.
I signed up under Mary though. I started my first day of Thrive today.
Awesome.
I'm excited. I started as a customer, so I could like get the feel for everything, and I want to join some of these Zooms so I can get some training.
Absolutely.
And when I feel like I'm ready, I'm gonna switch the button over to promoter.
Love it.
I have a question actually. So, like, so let's say I signed up my friend.
Yep.
Let's just call her Katie. I mean, well, that's actually her name, but okay. So let's say I signed up Katie and Katie signed up her mom. She does Pampered Chef.
Yep.
So, I mean, she kind of knows how this type of stuff works. And let's say her mom found 2 promoters or 2 customers. Would that automatically like count for me? Like, would that be 3 people under me?
Yep. So once you click over to promoter, anyone who signs up under you or your customers as referrals or your promoters as their referrals or their promoters, it is your organization. So yes, they all are under you.
Even though it's not like, even though it's like they aren't technically like
Yeah.
I did sign them up. So
Correct.
that would
Because it's an organizational tree. So yes, you just want to look at it as an organizational tree, and they are all under you. But we can definitely talk on the side about all of that and kind of help you what the business
If I
structure
hit
looks
the-
like.
Yeah, but if I hit the promoter button then and switched it over, would that automatically qualify me for like the quick start bonus?
You would, we could definitely go over that on a side conversation because you being brand new, I'd love to just talk to you one-on-one with that.
Could
And
you
Mary Jo.
give me? I joined really late. I'm really sorry. I
No,
woke
you're
up
fine.
from a nap. I
That's
exhausted
okay.
today. You know, I got an hour of sleep last night. So
That's okay. Let's connect Mary Jo, and you and I, and we'll connect in the chat and we'll talk about it in chat.
all right, awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
A little recap of what I missed. So
Nope, you're fine. Absolutely. But you guys, like, seriously, it's all about conversations. You got the leads, go find the leads, go pull the leads out and just have those conversations.
Thank you so much, Natasha.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you.
Thank
Hope
you.
have a great night.
You're welcome.
See you next
Bye, guys.
time.
thanks.